Hey there, it's Jen, and I am back on day 13, I think, of the 14-day challenge, where I'm challenged to go live every day to talk to you about something, okay? But I want to talk to you about things that are relevant to me, and things that are important to me, and things that I apply to my daily life. So if you are catching this part of the video, you are in the replay, so hashtag replay for me so that I know that you were here. And if you want to, go ahead and spread the love and share this around with your friends. So I want to talk about carbs. Okay, I'm not an expert. Okay, I am not a nutritionist. I am not a dietitian. I am not a professional in anything. Okay, but I'm going to talk about carbs. And the reason why I'm going to talk about carbs, don't mind my cray hair. Okay, I'm like just cleaning and doing whatever. Hey, Jen. But so, I have the Refocus group starting tomorrow. And if you don't know, there is a refresh, restart, refocus, I forget what it's called, group challenge that is starting tomorrow. And if you're in that group, stay tuned. I'm going to be posting a video in that group a little later on about some hype for tomorrow as we start and to set your week up for success. But I keep getting a lot of questions about carbs, okay? Whether it's in people in the challenge who are already in the group, ready to go, whether it's people in one of our other pages, like I'm in so many groups and pages right now, but the common question is carbs, okay? If you haven't done so, go back through my feed, check out, I did a video one day last week, maybe the week before, I forget what day it was, about how to choose a healthy eating plan, okay? That's really important. Especially if you're going to be in the challenge, okay? Which it's not really a challenge, the only thing you're challenging is yourself, but if you want to be in that group and you're going to go forward with this for the next 30 days, you really want to pick a healthy eating plan. I'm not going to tell you how to eat and what to eat every day, so that's something you want to find for yourself. So go ahead and check out that video. But I talk a lot about the low carb plans and different ways to eat, okay? But what I want to talk about today is carbs, because we have this misconception with, a lot of people have misconception with whether or not carbs are bad and whether or not they can eat carbs, okay? Carbs are not the enemy, okay? The enemy is eating too much food and eating bad food, okay? Carbs are not necessarily the enemy. So do I eat carbs? I do, okay? And what works for me may not work for you, okay? So that's why it's really important to start spending time researching and finding out healthy eating plans that work for you, because you have to tweak things to work for you, okay? So for me, I do eat carbs, okay? But I eat good carbs. And we're gonna get into good carbs and we're gonna get into bad carbs. But carbs are not the enemy. Our body essentially does need carbs, that it does. It's fueled by carbs, okay? Can it be fueled by other things? Sure, okay, but carbs can provide good benefits to our body. So we don't want to eliminate them. I don't want to eliminate them, okay? But what works for me may not work for you, okay? So I've been overweight my whole life. I've been very open about that. And if you've known me most of my life, then you know I've always been overweight, okay? And I've had many times where I have gone on a plan or a diet and I have lost a little bit of weight, but I've gained weight back, etc. I did the whole yo-yo thing like a lot of us do. But I had never done a low carb program, okay? I've always done low calorie or low points, okay? Which is essentially low calorie, at least it was when I was doing it. And it wasn't until last March when I went to the physician for support I wanted to have a medically supervised diet, that I was put on a low carb, high protein diet, okay? And it took a lot of getting used to for me, because it was something I had never done. In 40 years, I had never done low carb, so I had to spend a lot of time learning, and I had to experiment and find things that work for me, okay? Initially, my carb intake was really, really low, okay? But now I've learned to balance in different carbs. I know what my body responds to, and that's something that you personally have to do, okay? Okay, so let me just break it down. there's keto and there's low carb. I'm not going to talk about keto because I don't know anything about keto. I don't do keto. I've never done keto. The only thing I know about keto is it functions off a high fat diet, and your carb intake is recommended to be less than 50 on keto. Okay, so we're not going to talk about keto, but that's the sum up of what I know about keto. Low carb, okay, is 50 to 100 grams of carbs a day. Okay, where you fall into that depends on how your body responds to it. Okay, my body responds well to about 60 to 70 grams of carbs a day, and that's about what I average. Okay, but I didn't initially. Okay, and especially if you're a bariatric patient. What I mean by bariatric patient, if you are going to have weight loss surgery or you've had weight loss surgery, you absolutely 100% should follow the guidelines given to you by your dietitian and your surgeon, because they're all different. What my surgeon tells me is maybe completely different than what your surgeon tells you. You definitely want to follow the plan of your surgeon. And you don't have to do that forever, okay? But you definitely need to do it until you are comfortable in what you're doing and you know it works for you, and you've done the research to understand what foods your body needs and what foods your body responds to. If I eat 70 grams of carb a day, I can continue to lose weight that way, but the next person may not. But there may be somebody else who can eat 150 grams of carbs a day and still maintain weight loss. Or there's somebody who has to eat less than 50. Everybody's body is different, right? So you have to find your balance. And when you read about it, okay, when you read about carbs and a truly healthy, balanced diet is about 35 to 40% of your calories are coming from carbs, okay? And that's the key, balance, okay? So when you're doing low carb, if you want to do low carb, okay, and you don't have to low carb, you can lose weight tons of different ways, but if you want to do low carb, when you're going into a healthy eating plan, especially if you're going into this challenge with me, I'm going to talk about this a lot in the group coming up. If you can't see yourself eating that way for the rest of your life, pick a different plan, okay? You're not doing a fad diet. Fad diets don't work. Fad diets work temporarily. You will lose weight temporarily, but if you're going to restrict and put things off limits forever, chances are that's not going to work for you. Okay, so you want to make sure that whatever plan you're picking works. If your plan says no fruit, can you really go the rest of your life without fruit? I mean, fruit and vegetables provide such amazing amounts of vitamins and minerals that your body needs, right? So why would you want to cut that out? Think about that. You know, I understand, and we should cut out potato chips and white bread and all those bad carbs, refined sugar, but fruit provides amazing benefits to our body. So when you're thinking about your plan and you're thinking about what restriction your plan gives you, do you really want to cut out things that your body can benefit from? Okay. And again, we're all different on that. When I was in Mexico, I just came back from Mexico. I was there for 3 weeks, and I probably ate more bad carbs in those 3 weeks than I have eaten in the past year and a half. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I pressed pause on my life. I went on vacation in Mexico. I ate things that I don't normally eat, but I've come back and I pressed unpause, and I'm back to normal. Okay, I'm not eating that crap. I'm not saying that I never eat bread. I'm not saying I never eat rice. I'm not saying I don't ever put a potato chip in my mouth, because I do, but it's very occasional, okay? It is not the norm, it is not daily, and it's not weekly, okay? But I eat oatmeal, I eat quinoa, I eat beans, I eat fruit, I eat vegetables. Now, when I first started high protein low carb back in March of last year, I did not eat those things, but I have learned from my own experience and my own research and doing this now for a year and a half, I need good carbs, okay? And here's where I'm going to get real with you, okay? Because that's what I am. I'm real and I'm honest. If you do high protein and you do extremely low carb, chances are you're going to get poop problems, right? Trust me on that, okay? And if you don't want poop problems, your body needs good fiber. It needs roughage. You don't get that from meat and fat. You get that from fruits, vegetables, and good grains, okay? So I just told you why you have to have fruit and vegetables, because they're full of tons of vitamins and minerals and fiber, okay, which is good for your gut, okay? So So that's why that's important. Beans, I'm a huge fan of beans. I incorporate beans into a lot of the foods I make. I make a lot of one pot wonders, is what I call them, where I make a pan of some sort of meat and spinach and beans and spices or whatever, and then I top it with cheese, because cheese is like a staple in my diet. Like, I have to have cheese almost with every meal. But beans are huge. Why are beans important? Because beans, number one, they have a lot of fiber, right? They also have minerals in them and vitamins in them that your body needs, but they're also full protein, okay? So you're getting everything all in one thing. So people often say, oh, I don't like beans. Find a bean you like. There's tons of beans out there, okay? Beans are amazing. And again, just like fruits and vegetables, beans are amazing for your gut health. So if you don't want to be backed up with the protein, you know what, then add fiber. You need fiber, okay? Oatmeal. I post a lot where I eat oatmeal, and I'll always have the person say, oh, that's too many carbs. Maybe too many carbs for you. It's not too many carbs for me, okay? Oatmeal is one of the best grains, one of the healthiest grains on the whole planet, okay? Why would you want to say you can't eat that? You don't want to eat a bucket of it, but come on, a portion controlled serving of oatmeal is amazing for you for breakfast, okay? And that also has vitamins. It also has fiber, has antioxidants, like it can help regulate blood sugar. It helps with heart health. Oatmeal is amazing. So again, when you're looking at these health plans that say you cannot, or people are telling you, you cannot eat certain things that are actually packed full of things that your body needs, why would you want to say you'll never eat that? I don't eat oatmeal every day, but I definitely eat it often, okay? Now, I will tell you, because I also focus on protein. Protein is huge for me. I eat 6 times a day on the average. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I have a snack in between. I'm also a huge fan of eating on schedule. I'll talk about that in the Refocus group. If you're in that group, you'll hear a lot about that, because that's important for me for many reasons, including head hunger, identifying mindless eating, and keeping your metabolism going without thinking that you're starving. But every meal, every snack, doesn't matter what it is, I try to incorporate protein. So even when I have a bowl of oatmeal, I have protein in it. I will either not add non-flavored protein powder to it, or sometimes if I'm quick and in a hurry and I don't have time, there's an oatmeal, and I forget what it's called, to look, that comes like in a little container that you just add water and nuke it, but that has 20 grams of protein in it. So yes, I'm eating carbs, I'm eating good carbs, okay, I'm eating oatmeal, but I either add protein powder to it or I get it with protein powder in it. So whatever those, yes, Christy, I will add you. Whatever oatmeal I'm eating, and I don't remember what the carbs are in oatmeal, like 35 grams or whatever it is, maybe it's not that much, maybe it's a little more, I'm still getting 20 to 30 grams of protein with that oatmeal. With snack, I will eat, like right now I'm on a fruit kick, because while I was in Mexico, I wasn't eating fruit because I didn't want to have any digestive disruptions, if you know what I mean. So I didn't eat fruit and vegetables in Mexico. So coming back from Mexico, I'm really like into fruits and vegetables because I didn't have them for 3 weeks. So, and I'm really into peaches because it's peach season, and I am having a half a peach with a half a cup of cottage cheese. Now, I get it, you don't like cottage cheese, whatever, but you'll find something that you like to pair it with. So I have a good carb with protein. Dinner is the same thing, a vegetable and meat, sometimes half a sweet potato. There's lots of things and lots of combos you can do to have good quality carbohydrate with your protein. I average probably 100 to 120 grams of protein a day, and I'm averaging 60 grams of carbs. I have not had a weight loss stall. I've been losing weight. I'm losing weight very slow at this point, but I've been losing weight since March of 2018. Okay, so it's been well over a year of weight loss. Prior to, I did have surgery, and if you've watched anything I've ever said, I don't contribute my weight loss to surgery. It has helped, but it's definitely, I don't contribute it to it. I contribute my weight loss to how I eat, and I eat carbs, okay? I just eat a controlled amount of carbs. I eat good carbs. I choose what to eat with the carbs, and I'm still losing weight, and I'm not gonna say I shouldn't be, but a lot of times by this time we start to have stalls when you're losing weight for X amount of time. I haven't had one stall. Okay, I have not had one weight loss stall since I started in March of 2018. I've lost weight every single month since March of 2018. Okay, and I contribute that to how I eat. Some weeks I will eat very low carbs, and I will cut back on I won't have oatmeal. I'll only have maybe a vegetable with dinner, some beans at lunch, and I'll cut back on carbs. And then other weeks I have an increase in carbs. And I think that back and forth, not restricting things out, not acting like a food Nazi is what helps keep my metabolism going, and it helps keep my body in weight loss. Okay, I think oftentimes we stall because we do the same thing and we don't stop doing that same thing. You got to change it up. You got to research. You have to be your own advocate. Yeah, I see a dietitian, okay, and I trust what the dietitian says, but ultimately at the end of the day, I'm doing my own research and I'm doing what works for me, because I know that we're not all cut out of the same cookie cutter, okay? Not all of the health plans out there and the way that you eat every day are going to work for every single person. You have to be your own advocate, you have to do your own research, and you have to do what works for you. You also can't be in denial that you eat healthy when you're not eating healthy. Like, you have to be real with yourself, you have to be true with yourself, and when you eat crap, you need to admit that you eat crap. We all eat crap sometimes. We're not perfect. It's okay. Okay? No one's perfect all the time. Don't quit because you had a bad day, and don't quit because you had a bad week. Tomorrow's a new day. Dinner's a new meal. You move on. You get over it. But you got to do what works for you. Okay? And for me, I'm not cutting out carbs. Okay? Control carbs. Cut out the crap. Cut out the bad carbs. Okay? Balance your carbs with protein, with every meal. And that's my take on carbs. Okay? Now, I just want to address really quick. One, if you want to be in the Refocus group I have going on, I forget what it's called. I was going to write it down before I went in here and I forgot. I can't remember exactly what it's called to tell you to go search it. So if you want to be in that Refocus group, we're starting tomorrow, and we're just focusing and reclaiming our nutritional health and focusing on what we're eating, when we're eating, and how we're eating. If you want to be in that group, shoot me a message and I'll send you an invite. If you've already asked for it and you didn't get the message with the invite, check your message request. If we're not Facebook friends and I sent you the invite, it's going to go into your message request and you have to go in there and accept it before it'll show up in your message feed. If it's not there, shoot me a message. I've been very overwhelmed with the response I got from yesterday's live, and I'm extremely grateful for all your interest and all of your responses. And I'm just hoping I don't miss people. I know a lot of you asked for the tips on my favorite foods and snacks. I am working on that. I'm going to get that out to everyone who requested it. If you don't get that by the end of the day today and you're still looking for it, shoot me a message, let me know, and I'll get that to you. You can go on my Flab to Fabulous 18 page probably and scroll down and find the group somewhere, the Refocus, Refresh, whatever I called it group. But it'd probably be easier if you just shoot me a message and I'll get that link to you. Again, that is starting tomorrow. And that's all I got for now. So there's my, I don't know how many minutes that was, take on carbs. If you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for tuning in.